right, no news here. Weight loss drugs are having a moment. Besides treating diabetes and helping people lose weight, drugs like Ozempic and Wegovy are helping their Danish manufacturer rake in profits. Demand is so high that the company that makes the drugs, Novo Nordisk, can't keep up. Prescriptions for weight loss drugs skyrocketed 300% in less than 3 years. Healthcare providers wrote more than 9 million prescriptions in just the last 3 months of 2022. Novo's Ozempic accounted for more than 65% of them. Ozempic has made Novo so much money that it is now Europe's most valuable public company, topping Bernard Arnault's luxury goods behemoth, LVMH. Novo is now worth more than Denmark's entire economy. The company's success even led the Danish government to lift its economic growth forecast for the year. And now the race is on to create more weight loss drugs to continue to cash in. While drug makers like Novo are winning, other industries are losing. For example, food giants are grappling with the sudden loss of business. Walmart's U.S. CEO says people on these medications are buying fewer groceries. Of course they are. They're eating less food. That trend is likely to continue. As many as 24 million people, nearly 7% of the U.S. population, is expected to be taking the drugs in the next decade. Joining us now is NewsNation business contributor Lydia Moynihan. This is unbelievable. I mean, analysts from Morgan Stanley say these obesity drugs, they could reshape the food ecosystem, is how they put it. That's big.
It happened overnight. Yeah, and we're seeing some of these snack-type stocks, Pepsi, Heinz, General Mills, all taking a bit of a hit today on this report. But I think it's important to note these are very smart people running these companies. They are really good at adapting and evolving in any sort of given diet environment, right? We've gone through low-fat, we've gone through low-carb, keto, and every time they're able to find products that target a specific group. So right, I think we can see them potentially changing the offerings.
But nothing has disrupted the food market the way these weight loss drugs have. We know that people who are on these drugs, and you're on them for life. You don't just take them for a little while and then go off of them. You're supposed to take them for the rest of your life. Another reason why the drug companies are all scrambling to make their version.
Right, and why they're doing so well. Because it's not a one-off. You don't get...
But people who are on the drugs consume 20% fewer calories. So that's a pretty big shift in food buying. You're buying 20% less food, and it's a big segment of the population.
It is. No, and I mean, to think, too, a lot of these drugs are on track to potentially be approved for all obesity. Right now, it's typically just people who are diabetic who get the pharmacy to basically cover the cost of this drug. And so we're looking at even more people, potentially, 100 million Americans are obese. We're looking at a much bigger segment of the population that could be taking it. But there is still a debate about how this is going to change the food industry. Like you said, obviously, if people are consuming 20% fewer calories, they're buying less goods. But maybe they shift their demand to focus on higher quality organic products.
I was going to say, is it different kinds of foods
they want to be eating something that's better for them. There are some reports, this is still a very new drug. There's some reports of people basically being malnourished because they're not eating enough. So I think if you're eating that much less, you're going to be very careful about what you're putting in your body. I spoke with a gentleman who runs Carbone and some popular restaurants here in the city. He said he's seeing a trend among sort of the elite, wealthier people. They'll come in, they'll order multiple desserts, and they'll just have a bite. So now they basically can try a lot more things, but they feel they have self-control. So I think it's going to affect restaurants, companies in a lot of different ways. And everyone's seeing a slightly different impact, whether you're a restaurant or Walmart.
Will this change the grocery store aisles when we go shopping now? Are we going to see, in other words, are people on these drugs not supposed to eat, for example, potato chips or starchy or high-sugar foods?
Obviously, the dietary guidance is always eating vegetables. It's not like you have to adhere to a specific diet when you're on this. Typically, people just say, I'm not really craving anything. I can just be sated with a bite, or instead of going to McDonald's and ordering a burger, you can have just whatever is on the children's menu. So, but you make a good point. I think we're still just digesting, if you will, the impact of what this drug means for...
And while the drug makers' stocks are through the roof, are the food giant stocks taking a hit today?
Yeah, taking a hit today. But again, they've adapted before. I have confidence.
Okay, we're not going to worry about the food giants. Okay, thanks, Lydia.
Great to see you.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.